Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right, I'm coming to brothers with another, a health, or another herbal formula, that I put together, that I wanted to share with brothers. All right, and I want to read the scripture first. Whenever I start doing these, these health lessons or shows, presentations, whatever you want to call it. Now I want to start off with this one scripture here, just to give all glory to the Most High, for all things, and giving us this knowledge, to be able to not depend on Esau, and to go the way that he naturally intended for us, man. So this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, 16 and 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. So even though at the end of the day, we use these herbs and, supplements and different things, to try, to bring our bodies to a state of homeostasis, of just wholesomeness, of what we possibly can, in the midst of everything being so defiled. We can't neglect the fact that, hey, at the end of the day, it's all up to the Most High, Yahweh Shemiah Shah, to help us with our conditions, if you suffer with ailments or, just from everyday, common problems, health problems or, simple things, it's all praise due to the Most High, Yahweh Shemiah Shah, for getting us through every single day in the midst of all of this hell. All right. So, with that being said, as you can see, the herbs that I have listed on here, and they're all in powder form. I encapsulate them myself. Just take 2 capsules, about 500 milligrams a piece. And you can see I got Chanca Piedra, otherwise known as a Stonebreaker, Yerba del Sapo, or they just call it Sapo, nettle leaf. Brothers should be familiar with that. Plantain leaf, dandelion, it's really pronounced buchu leaves, but I'll say buchu leaves, and horsetail. Now I did a kidney formula, I believe a few months ago, but that was in whole form, and that was just to put it in a pot to make a tea. And I had a few of these herbs in here, but I had a lot other ones too, but this one specifically, really dealing with the overall kidney health and, for kidney stones, for any brothers that may be suffering from those things, And Chanca Piedra, otherwise known as Stonebreaker, is actually great for both kidney stones as well as gallstones, man, And I'm experiencing great things with it right now. I take the Chanca Piedra in another form as well, in another concoction that I have. But altogether, me using it in general, I know that it's doing wonders. I'm currently still on a detox, and it's been quite a while I've been on it, and now I notice that I'm passing out a lot of stones, man. And I know that's primarily due to that Chanca Piedra. There's other herbs and stuff I'm taking as well, but I know it's mainly due to that, because I'm not taking any other herbs that are specifically just for that. But, this is a definite heavy herb, that brothers can incorporate into their arsenal. If you look into this herb and look this herb up. Chanca Piedra, good for kidney stones and gallstones. For gallstones, they work much faster. For kidney stones, they work, but you'll probably need to take it a little bit longer, depending on the size of the stones and things like that. So because they help to shrink the stones, and for the gallstones, they help to soften them up. For both of the stones, they help to soften them up and shrink them a little bit, So that's great for that. And I literally, like these past, I don't know how many days it's been, maybe 4 or 5 days, it's nothing but stones. And this just shows you how backed up the body is, with stones, you know. And just, hey man, you wouldn't believe what the body can hold inside of it, man, when it all comes out. I'm just sharing this with brothers because, I'm experiencing great things. I'm saying? All praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yerba del Sapo is another great herb for the kidneys, diuretic herb, and good for kidney stones as well. The nettle leaf, complete nourisher. It's a diuretic herb. Really helps to regenerate the kidneys slowly but surely. They have nettle in different forms, but this is just the leaf. You got nettle root, nettle leaf, and nettle seed, but I just mainly deal with the nettle leaf. To actually get the nettle seed is, I haven't really come across it as of yet, but I mainly deal with the nettle leaf. So it's just a great overall nourisher and diuretic herb and stuff like that, loaded with potassium and other minerals and stuff like that. For the plantain leaf, is actually, it covers a various amount of things. If you're dealing with any pain from kidney stones, it helps out with that. It helps out with the digestive tract, to get that straight. Yeah, that's the main thing that I use plantain leaf for any pain or anything that I may be suffering. Another great herb for pain, if you want to incorporate, white willow bark. That's what they originally made aspirin out of. The key component of white willow bark is silicic acid. It produces salicylates, as they call them. And Esau, extracted that, and now they just use silicic acid, in various supplemental forms, which is not natural. So you can exchange that for it, or I'm trying to think of what's another one for pain. That's the only two. That's the only other one I could think of right now that really helps with kidney stone pain. Dandelion, brothers should be well familiar with dandelion. Nettle leaf as well, great blood cleanser. Dandelion, great blood cleanser, diuretic herb, good for the kidneys and the liver. So I really wanted to add that. Yeah, Chanca piedra, that's good for the liver as well, and as well as the dandelion. And I wanted to incorporate that because when you're dealing with kidney formulas, you want, and if you look at a lot of the kidney herbs, a lot of them are good for both the kidneys and the liver. That shows you what the kidneys and the liver go hand in hand. Also, another organ that pairs with the kidneys is the adrenal glands. I spoke on this in another lesson. So those three really go hand in hand, So that's why I wanted to incorporate that as well. And of course, to clean up the kidneys. Buchu leaves helps to clean up a lot of debris up in the kidneys, and great anti-inflammatory and stuff like that. And horsetail. Horsetail is great because it helps to shrink things. It helps to shrink stones and masses of calcification within the body. And it's great in many vitamins and minerals. So that's the main reason why I incorporated the horsetail within this formula. That way, while the Chanca piedra, the Yerba del Sapo, that's really helping, to push out the stones, to soften them, you know what I'm saying? Then you have the horsetail trying to shrink them, and then any debris that's coming off from either from the stones and stuff, you have the dandelion, the buchu leaves there to clean it up, and the plantain leaf, to help out with the kidneys and any pain that I may be feeling while the stones are actually coming down, the ureters, because you can have stones in your lower pole or your upper pole. So when you have the stones in your upper pole, they have to pass through the ureters, which is the long tube-like thing that comes down in your back. And I've actually felt stones coming down through there, and it was rather painful when it came down, but nonetheless, it came down to the lower pole, and as you can see, I got the measurements of how much I put in each thing, You see for the Chanca Piedra and the Yerba del Sapo, 1 tablespoon each. The nettle leaf and the plantain leaf, I put a fourth of a tablespoon or a little bit over of each of those. And the dandelion, buchu leaves, and the horsetail, I put a half a tablespoon each of those in there. So yeah, so that's pretty much the formula. So if brothers want to incorporate this, I hope this lesson was helpful. Or you can take this of what I did, and you can reformulate it to however you see fit. You may want to use certain other herbs. You may want to use half of them, then exchange the other half. But the general standard of how I got these, I matched them up. As I said, the Chanca Piedra, the Yerba del Sapo for the stones, the horsetail to help to shrink the stones, the plantain leaf for any pain, lower back pain that I may be feeling from the stones, the nettle leaf, to cleanse out the kidneys, and diuretic herb, to help any water retention that's there, and the dandelion and the buchu leaves to clean up any debris and stuff like that from the stones as they're coming out. So, if you want to incorporate other herbs in this, just make sure you're doing, like you're cross-referencing and you're matching up so that you have a powerful formula that actually works for you. So, like I said, I hope this segment was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom.